Hi Aries, and welcome to your June 2025 reading. I'm so happy to have you here. Cross-watchers, welcome. Aries, know that I could be talking to you or someone in your energies, so take the reading as it resonates. But what I'm seeing for you is that there's a truth or something really big that you need to share or you're wanting to share, but it's kind of like you're pushing it down, mostly because you fear that if I speak this truth or if I say this thing, I'm going to get kicked out of the warmth of the relationship or kindness or the house or the whatever this is. You're going to be, you may fear being rejected and abandoned if you speak this truth, but it's almost like the situation, and this could have to do with a specific relationship that you're a part of. It's like there's a soul connection, like you love this person, you care about this person, but it's this truth that you want to share is starting to feel like a burden. It's really heavy, and so it's almost getting to the point where it's like, God, I just gotta say it, and if that means I end up alone after I speak this, then so be it, because I have to say something. Even if that means, an ending to the situation, the friendship, the relationship, whatever, or the job, like whatever this is. And I feel like your guides want you to know that whatever the result of the situation is, when you speak this truth, you can manifest things working out in your life. Things are going to be okay. You can overcome this. And really, I feel like this person that you have been connected to, this job, this relationship, it's become really toxic and you've outgrown it anyway. So let's say you speak this truth and they lose their shit and they're so mad and they kick you out of their life. It's kind of like, in the end, you've kind of outgrown this is a toxic dynamic that you are in with this person anyway. So what I'm seeing here too, in the current situation, we have the Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Emperor card. And this is someone who, if you do have to call someone out for their behavior or call someone out for something that happened, it's like you're dealing with someone who cannot handle taking responsibility for things, so they'll do the typical narcissistic response. This person may be a narcissist or just someone who's super toxic and doesn't know how to take responsibility for themselves, which I guess is the same thing. But what they'll say is that didn't happen, and if it did, it's not that bad, and if it was, it's not a big deal, and if it is, it's not my fault, and if it was, I didn't mean it, and if I did, you made me do it. Checkmate, I win. So you're dealing with someone like that, who will do and say anything to make themselves look like they are the most powerful, the most like, they got their stuff together and everyone else is messed up because they cannot handle taking responsibility for themselves. And the challenge of the situation, we have the Seven of Cups, and I feel like this is you being afraid to speak your mind and like letting this person cast illusions on the situation, letting this person kind of play the game they're playing. And my guides want me to share this quote with you, and it goes like this: she speaks her mind and it gets her in trouble sometimes, but she's been called blunt, too much, even difficult, but she'd rather be real than bite her tongue just so others feel comfortable. She is not the type to sit back and stay quiet when something needs to be said. If it's the truth, she's going to say it. If it's a boundary, she's going to set it. It hasn't always been easy. She's lost a lot of people along the way, made a few enemies even, and has been told to soften her edges, but she's learned that staying silent only leads to resentment, and pretending to be something she's not never works for long. So she owns it. Her voice, her opinions, her unapologetic honesty. Not everyone can handle her, and that's okay. She is not here to be agreeable. She's here to be her. So the challenge is standing your ground, right? But your guides are saying, move into that energy. Move into the energy of someone who speaks their mind and, lets the outcome of the truth being spoken be what it is, and not allowing people to brush things under the rug, brush a whole person under the rug, pretend like they didn't hurt you or whatever. They're saying don't allow that to happen anymore. And I feel like you actually may be very pissed off at this person with the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse. Your guides are saying focus on, because it's almost like you can read energy. And this person, you can read them very well too. And it's kind of like, if they're lying, when they're telling the, how the games they play, how they operate. And maybe you don't have confidence in the fact that about what you know, but you know what you know, and your guides are saying trust it. And you can honestly, you can see right through this person. You can see right through them. And I can see in the past that because you can see right through them, and it's almost like the games they play are so obvious, you have been able to stand your ground in the past. But with this energy, I feel like you did so very politely. You may have had a lot to say that you didn't say, a lot that could have been said. And it's kind of like, yeah, you did so politely, and you did your best to make sure it didn't create a huge shit show of an argument or whatever. It's just like, oh, hey, so how do you feel about, treating us better in this way? And, if you want to, kind of being super gentle about it. But like I'm saying, I feel like this person's behavior is only escalated from here, and they feel like they can continue doing this, whatever they've done to you. And because you may be so angry, your strength in the situation is actually remaining grounded as you do talk to this person, because there's, what do they call it? Reactive abuse. Like when you have, been the peacemaker and stayed calm for so long, it can be really difficult to remain in that energy as their behavior escalates and as they continue to abuse you. It can be really hard to not blast them, not, respond in a way that is exactly how you feel. If you resonate with being very upset with this person, your strength in the situation is actually remaining grounded. And that doesn't mean you have to walk on eggshells. It means speaking the truth, protecting yourself, saying what needs to be said, but doing it in a way that, not making them feel comfortable either, but doing it in a way that this person can't come back around and point at you and say, look, you're the problem. Aries is the problem, and Aries has always been the problem, and I'm just like this amazing person. That's kind of how narcissists flip. It's like they love to poke at you until you cannot handle it anymore, and then when you explode about it, they twist everything on you and be like, wow, Aries is just so out of control. See what I have to deal with? That's what they do. So, oh, I'm actually pissed off for you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so in the near future, what's happening with this person is actually they are dethroning themselves by their behavior, and they cannot handle the way that's making them look in the situation. They're wanting you to take responsibility for that. They're wanting you to be the one that feels like, they're wanting you to be the one that is dethroned. And they're wanting you to be the one that looks like small in some way. Or I wonder if this has something to do with money. It could. It could have something to do with money. They want you to look like you don't have it together, and they do. Anyways, I'm not sure what this is. This could have to do with money, status, just where you stand in the situation. they're wanting you to look like you don't have everything together and you're the problem. Kind of like I was just saying, that's why it's so important that you remain grounded here. But in the near future, your guides are saying, actually, stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Because honestly, it's amazing how far a narcissist will go to make you look like you're crazy and you're bad. The stories they will make up too. It's wild. It's like, wow, where did you even come up with that? You know, you should just go write a fantasy novel because you've got so many stories to tell. But also your guides are saying the suggested approach for you is actually to protect yourself. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. When you are like verbally stand up for yourself, protect yourself in every way you feel necessary. But they're saying also include energetically shielding your energy. There's a lot of different ways to do that. You can look that up online. There's even protection spells I have found online. But also protect yourself mentally. Hold on to your reality. It's almost like block this person, their words, their projections, like everything that this person sends your way, block it. And only accept energy from outside of you that is clean and kind. And what you're not seeing is that everything that's coming from this person is actually negative. They are projecting onto you. And yes, they want to look like they were the best in this relationship. They were the most kind, and you were some sort of lion that they had to tame. You know, you were some sort of huge problem that they had to figure out how to work with and whatever, and they're projecting all of that onto you. And so again, that's why you're so mad, because this isn't even real. It's not even true. That's not what happened. And that's why you're so mad. I totally understand. There's like a lot of frustration in this reading. And I feel like your guides are frustrated too. Like, this should not be happening to you. This should not be happening to you. And I feel like too, you're sick of having to defend yourself from this person. You're sick of the abuse. This is like, I don't see that this is physically abusive. Hopefully it's not. But it's like energetically, verbally, and socially abusive. This, what you're going through. And I can see that you're just wanting to break free because you're tired. Like, you're tired of having to battle this person's energy all the time, and their projections is getting exhausting. And in the outcome of this reading, I see you almost like, the quote that they want me to share for the outcome is it's like, I used to be a chronic rule follower unless that rule is stupid, so I don't follow those rules. I don't follow stupid rules. It's something like that. And I see you like, this person's causing a lot of chaos. There's like a storm in this person's energy, and they really want you to be in that storm with them. But it's like, I'm going to choose to focus on myself, and I'm going to remove myself from their energy, from the situation. I'm closing the door on this, and I'm going to, and if that feels like breaking a rule to you, the rule that you have to be involved with this person in some way, the rule that you have to communicate with them, or show up to the party that they're going to be at, or whatever. Like, you have to, there's like this idea that you have to be connected to their energy for all of time. I don't know if you co-parent with this person, or that's just how they feel because they feel ownership of you in some way. There's something like that, and it's kind of like, that's the rule that you're not going to follow, you know? And when you do close the door on this person and, you know, really shut their energy out, I feel like things are going to actually get a lot better for you. And you will be able to feel peace in your life again, and be able to, and And you'll be surprised how much chaotic energy this person created in your life. The more space you create between you and this person, you're going to be like, wow, I didn't realize how heavy this relationship was. I didn't realize how much their energy got tangled up in mine and affected me on a daily basis. You're going to be surprised. Because this is you all tangled up with their energy and their chaos, and this is you separating yourself. See that? And just being able to experience peace, like walking in a garden, getting out of the stormy sea, and now you get to just walk around in gardens and you feel so much better. So that's what I'm seeing here for you this month, Aries. I hope this is helpful for you. And I hope it's a good month, and I hope you know that you're worth protecting as well. So personal readings are available on my Etsy shop. You can check them out. I'd love to read for you. If not, we'll just talk to you next time.